everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Live. I'm here live with Justine. Hello, Justine.
And I'm here live with Janette for a great chat today.
Yes, absolutely. Super excited about our chat today because we're going to be talking about something that is really, really close to both of our hearts. Because we have both been on a bit of a journey over
Haven't
the past
we all
year.
been on a bit of a journey this year, or the last 5, or the last 10, perhaps?
Yes, absolutely. So, let's before we carry on talking about our journeys, let's do a quick intro. For those of you who don't know us, Justine, why don't you go first?
Well, for those who don't know me, and for us, I'm Justine. I'm a body confidence coach and a Reiki master practitioner. And I absolutely love linking the two together, coaching with Reiki, Reiki with coaching, amongst many other strings to my bow. But, you'll find all of that on my profile as well. But, for this, we are here as coaches and Reiki. So that's me. How about you, Janette?
Hi, everybody. I am Janette Wong, and I am also a life coach and Reiki practitioner. Hey, what are the coincidences? And, I am the same as Justine. I started off with coaching and then having coaches, and then I found my way into something called Reiki, which is a form of energy healing. And that has really been transformational in my life and also my coaching practice as well. And that's why we are here together to bring it all to the audience live today, because we really want to showcase how the two of them complement each other and how they can really help you on your journey. But first of all, let's focus on today's topic, which is all about growing at your own pace. What does that mean?
Well, I think it probably means a lot of things to a lot of different people, as does most things. But as the fact that you and I, we're both life coaches and Reiki practitioners. Growth and connection is both two things that are so important to us, as well as acting with intention, and it all really goes together hand in hand. I think we've both been on such a journey in that way, haven't we? And all over both of our social media feeds and all of the feeds of everybody watching this right now is seeing word of the year. They're seeing resolutions. They're seeing new you, new year. They're also seeing a lot on my page, which is saying there's no new year, new you. That's all bullshit. So there's, lots of people, if you scroll, you're going to see all of these things. But one thing I haven't seen much of, but something I've been doing with my clients is a theme of the year. So I'd love, and I know that's something that really resonated with you as well. And we've been talking a lot about that. And I just thought it would be great. And we thought it would be great to introduce theme of the year to our social media followers.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I think we have been taught, don't even know who came up with the idea in the first place. Actually, I should go Google on that. But the whole idea of new year, have to have a new resolution because this is the brand new me and I'm gonna go guns blazing into the 1st of January. And guess what? Our willpower didn't check the clock. Didn't check the calendar either. And it doesn't, and you get to the point, or maybe 1st, 2nd, 3rd, even the 7th, maybe the 8th, you're starting to trail. I think, okay, maybe this is a little harder than I thought. Maybe it's not really what I wanted to do. Those of you out there who have set goals to and resolutions to, I will get fit, therefore I will go to the gym 7 times a week. I will never eat sugar ever again. Or those of you who are being more intentional, being more setting resolutions to be a better partner, to have your better business. You're setting those things and saying, I will do this. And guess what? Actually, when you say I will, your brain goes, will you really? And because in the subconscious there is this thing which actually goes against what we sometimes say, and especially if it's an old pattern of ours that we've got ingrained in our heads. So when you've got the conscious and the unconscious having this little battle, guess what? The unconscious always wins.
Yeah.
So there's something doing that, resolutions, I will do this again, and something that actually enables you to only follow through with willpower. Often you start failing very quickly, and that's why we both came to, after all of our journeys and all of our fails at our resolutions, actually this isn't working, let's try something different. And we both arrived this year with themes of the year. So Justine, why don't you talk a little bit more about themes?
So your theme of the year is similar to a word in terms of it can be a single word or a phrase or something like that. But being a theme, it then is able to be applied to all areas of your life. So it can then be applied to your personal life, to your relationships, to your work life, to your family life. It can be applied to anything in that way. So by coming up with a theme, you can then come up with specific actions, goals, if you will, or actions to chip away at what your theme of the year is. So forgive me, but the theme for my year is a Japanese concept. So forgive me out there, those if I'm pronouncing it wrong, but it's Obaichori. And what it means is it's a Japanese concept that means grow at your own pace and not to compare oneself to others, to other people's journeys. And when I was scrolling like everybody else does on those days between Christmas and New Year, I came across this word and started doing some research on it, a bit of a dive into it, fell into a couple of rabbit holes about what it means, where it came from, all that. And the more and more I read about it, the more it resonated with me, because I thought, yeah, like you say, we've been on journeys over the last year, 5 years, 10 years. We're going to continue to be on these journeys for however many years to come. I mean, once you start with the personal development and the self-awareness journey, you really don't ever come off of that road, but it just meanders in different ways. But that's why I really felt that word for me felt like such a perfect overriding theme, because of what I have going on in my personal life, what I have going on in my business life, what I see in the lives of the people that I work with. And I just felt that it was such a beautiful, all-encompassing theme for myself for the year. What about you?
That's amazing. And I really love that theme, because it really helps you. Well, even in saying it, you have to slow down to say it. So actually being able to really slow down and they do everything without the comparison, without the need to be similar to anyone else, because hey, guess what? Last time we checked, there is no one else who's going on the same journey as anyone else. Because we all have our own backgrounds, all have our own upbringings, society, whatever else has been. We all have our own perceptions of different things. So how can we expect us to be the same as everyone else when it can never be? So yeah, I really love that, and I might steal that at some point.
You're welcome.
My theme of the year is intentionality. It's all about living life, and life as in everything in life, with full intention. So I've been me and my partner are doing a new health thing right now, where we want to eat more healthy. And I said, okay, well, why don't we try this whole food 30 thing, where for 30 days, we're not doing it for 30, this is 21 days, 21 days where we're eating whole foods only. And in doing this, it's actually helped us realize, number one, we were not as unhealthy as we thought we were.
That's good.
Which is Number two is that, but there are some sneaky things that we were not aware of. For example, like bacon, smoked salmon, like those things all have sugar in them. Like, really?
Preservatives, additives.
Yeah. And like, all of the whatever milks out there now that's not dairy, all added sugar. Um, Even the way that we're cooking, for example, how much sauce am I putting in something? That has sugar in it. And just being aware, although that's also like not that's processed food, and normally you just kind of pile it on, right? But being aware and intentional about, okay, where am I going with this? And the reason why we only chose 21 days is because we've got an anniversary coming up. However, but also at the same time, we've also decided, well, actually, because I'm being intentional about healthy eating, we don't have to stick to a specific diet. This whole thing of doing whole foods is for us to become aware of how we're eating, what are we doing, so that we can learn and adapt our lifestyles accordingly to how we want it to be.
Absolutely.
And that's been a really amazing learning for me over the past 7-8 days of, we were so unintentional. We just go, okay, hungry, eat food, cook, done. Or go out for something. When actually now we're really tasting, oh, can I taste this? What does this taste like? What about this combo? So we're getting really more creative as well. And I think, having themes, coming back to that idea, is it gives us so much more room for creativity and possibility. So we're not confined with, I must go to the gym for 4 times, 7 times a week. I can actually go exercise in a very different way, whichever way I want to. Just
Absolutely.
move my body.
Absolutely. And actually, watching and listening to you talk about the 21-day plan was a perfect demonstration to what our clients and everybody out there goes through when you're thinking about choosing either like a resolution or a new plan or something like that, because even in talking about it just now, you talked about it, you justified it, you kind of revamped it in what you were saying. Whereas if you had specifically said, like, this is a resolution, after the 21 days, you come to your anniversary and you think, oh no, I've broken it. I've ruined it. I'm now on a downward spiral. Forget it. All the last 21 days is out the window. We're just going to, go back to eating processed food and doing whatever we did because that's it. It's ruined, but you're going into this with, completely open eyes, looking at the bigger picture, realizing that it's a lifestyle change and not like a binary pass or fail kind of situation. And actually in just having this conversation and voicing what you've just said out loud, you demonstrated exactly the difference between a resolution, picking one word, and the theme.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love that you picked up on that, because actually that was a genuine thought process and an intention that's set at the beginning. But also that's why, having something like a theme, you're not, okay, I'm counting down the seconds until I can eat again. Like it becomes that, okay, I've done my 30 or 21 days or however many days, I'm done. Okay, back to old life. Which then that's why yo-yo diets, that's why procrastination happens, that's why things don't go in the way where people are not consistent. So having themes enables you to flow with the days and flow
Absolutely.
with life, rather than it's a tick box exercise. Because as soon as it becomes a tick box exercise, it takes all the fun out of it and your brain goes, I'm so bored of this, goodbye.
Oh, exactly. It's like what you were saying before about the I will. Then your subconscious is like, really, will you? Because it's like you said, it's that questioning. But it's because we need to know the why. We need to know the how. We need to know the how long. We need to know the how much. So just making a statement of I will, blah, then it's kind of like, but then you have to calculate all of the reality of that, and it's like smoke comes out of the ears. It's like, nope, too hard, forget it, I give up.
Oh yes, totally. And that's exactly why we chose this title to start with, because growing at your own pace is exactly what Justine's talking about, the obligatory. And then with intention is the intentionality. When you know what you're doing, why you are doing something, it doesn't matter anymore what anyone else is doing, because you know that you're growing at your own pace, and you know that whatever you have thought of is the best idea for you, and it works for you. It doesn't need to work for anyone else. Your life is yours.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I thought of another example, if to think about in just really simple terms about, a comparison between a theme or a word or a resolution. So if you took a resolution, say you were talking about going to the gym, I'm not going to say 7, I'll say 4, going to the gym 4 times a week, resolution, the word strength, overall word of the year, strength, or overall theme of the year, empowerment. So the difference there between resolution of gym, word of strength, theme empowerment, is the resolution of going to the gym is very pass fail. If you don't go to the gym every single week, 4 times a week, you've failed, right? The word strength, great word, but also quite arbitrary, because strength of what? Strength of character, strength of physical strength of what? Right? And how do you apply that to all the areas? Where if you have empowerment, that it goes to all of the areas of your life. You've got, physical strength is empowerment, resilience is empowerment, confidence in business and in life, that's part of empowerment. So going to the gym 4 times a week is an action to take within the theme of empowerment, but then it no longer is pass fail.
Yeah. And it opens up the rules. I call it the rule book of what you put in under that word. Because we all have rules in our heads to say, okay, when I've done this, then I am now feeling empowered. I will be empowered, right? But if you say something like empowerment, you can have lots and lots and lots of rules or criteria that you can hit. And then you go, oh yeah, I've done an empowerment thing today, like something that I've done to empower myself. Whereas if it's gym, no gym, you're like, oh, no gym? Failed.
Yeah. I'd love to hear what people think, people who are watching this, either here with us now or on replay on any of our channels. I'd love to know what people think, and if they've come up with themes, or if they've come up with words and now they're using their words to change that into more of a theme of the year to apply into the other areas of their lives.
Yeah, so please share with us in the comments below, or just send us a DM. We'd love to hear from you what your themes of the year might be, and how you find that is going. Is it helping you? Has it helped you release something that maybe you were holding on to? And for those of you who haven't thought about anything yet, that's also okay, because you grow at your own pace.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's why, we are getting together as well, later in, not even January, February. For those who actually have, realistically want to take some time in January to actually get back into the swing of things.
Yeah.
So on the 1st of February, we are going to be launching the first of our workshop series, Live, Love, Heal, where we want to take you through a journey of actually setting, your intention and understanding yourself and releasing whatever's not serving you anymore.
Yeah. So, as Janette and I said, as we said in the very beginning of this conversation, we're both life coaches. We both use Reiki in lots of areas of our lives. And the workshops that we've created are all about both coaching and Reiki. So at the end of each 2-hour session, you will have learned something, you will have had a Reiki session, you will have had you've experienced something, you will have created something, and doing that all together with us and in a group. And we both felt that, we both feel that February is a more realistic time to start that, don't we?
Yeah, absolutely. Because we are so trained in this, and I mean, I don't know about you, but this is basically like my passion, my life, my hobbies. This is what I do. So I'm always thinking about, where am I going? What's next? Where am I now? Where I want to get to? And that's why we have started thinking about our themes early. But for those of you who aren't ready and who are still getting into your jobs, your businesses, wherever you are, personal lives, lots of things have happened last year. So you need some time to actually release the old energies. Like I said, the clock wasn't, it wasn't checking. Oh, now midnight. Okay, I'm gone now. But our bodies still hold on to old energy sometimes. So give yourself the chance to release it, but knowing that you're booking onto a program and a workshop like ours on the 1st of February gives you your mind the confidence that you're going to be doing something really amazing with the rest of your year in 2025, and you're going to empower yourself to actually thrive this year without having to worry about it right now.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And for those who resonate with moon cycles, the 1st of February is also has new moon energy. And new moons are all about setting intentions. So we've titled the first of our 3 workshops, Embracing New Beginnings. Because we've got the new moon energy, we've got the new calendar year energy, and you've got our energy to help you to come up with your themes and sort of, launch yourselves successfully into the year.
Absolutely. So for those of you who have any questions that about our workshop, then please do drop us a note. We'd love to hear from you, or any questions about anything that we've talked about today. Don't be afraid to send us a DM or just drop a note in the comments or wherever you can find us, even on our website as well. We're always open for conversation, because life is a conversation and it's all about that flow and exchanges of thoughts, ideas, and knowledge, so that we can all grow together and empower each other.
Absolutely. No. Sending you all so much love.
Lots of love, everybody. And we are going to be back next week.
Next week, same time.
Yeah, same time next week. And we're talking about how we both grew with Reiki and coaching, and how you can actually use that in your toolbox as well. So
I can't wait.
I know we do. I'll see you again next week.
See you.
Bye, everyone.